Welcome back to Everyday Adventures of Cooking with Rick. Tonight we're going to do hummus, a really classic Mediterranean dish that my family eats all the time. We love hummus. If you go to a Mediterranean restaurant and you get their appetizer tray or any of the dishes, it comes with hummus. And if you haven't had it, try it. It's really good. And it can actually be a substitute for like mayonnaise. And but anyway, it's something we love, and we're going to make a classic hummus, traditional, and we're also going to make one. I'm going to make half recipe traditional, and the other half's going to have roasted red pepper in it, which is one of my family's favorites. So you can see I kind of have a mess here because I've already shown you a picture of the ingredients before I got started. And what I've done since then is I've roasted the peppers and I've simmered the chickpeas for 20 minutes. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's start over. Hummus is basically chickpeas. The ingredients are chickpeas, garbanzo beans they're called also, garlic, lemon, olive oil, salt, and tahini paste. Tahini paste is a roasted sesame seed paste that gives traditional hummus its distinctive flavor. You can make it without this, but it's much better if you can put the tahini paste in there. So those are the basic ingredients. From there, you can customize your hummus any way you want. You can put roasted red peppers, you can put basil, you can put extra garlic. Anything you like, you can actually mix into there later to add the flavor. Like I said, tonight we're going to do some traditional and some with the roasted red peppers. Now the peppers, just so you know, I roasted them on the grill till they're black, charred on both sides. Then you cover them and they steam. And this will allow you to take the skins off. So after they've steamed for a little while, so we've got kind of a mess here, you should be able to just peel the skins off. Now these are a Marconi pepper from my garden. And the skin comes off. And they're beautiful this year. Look at these things. They don't have a skin like a bell pepper as much. It's a much thinner skin, and so it's a little harder to peel. I'm going to let these steam a little bit longer. But you get the idea. Once they're steamed, that skin will peel off. And then you've got just a beautiful pepper underneath. So we'll get back to that after. I'm going to let these steam a little bit longer over here. Rinse my hand off. But now for our basic hummus recipe. What I've got here is approximately 6 cups of the chickpeas, which I told you I simmered for 20 minutes. You don't have to do that step. You can use them right out of the can. If you simmer them for about 20 minutes, they're going to be a creamier hummus. You can also use dry garbanzo beans if you want and soak them overnight and do that. Honestly, I'm fine with the canned ones. So I've got 6 cups of the garbanzo beans. For that, I'm going to use about 3 cups of garlic. That would be good, huh? 3 cloves of garlic I'm going to put in there. And I'm going to use, and again, these are all, you can change these to taste after you make it. If you find that you want a little more garlic, or if you want a little more or less of the tahini paste, you know, you can make it the way you like it. But I'm going to put these 3 cloves of garlic into our blender, our food processor, sorry. I'm going to use for this about 1/2 cup of tahini paste. Tahini paste will sometimes separate a little bit. We're going to use about 1/2 cup of the tahini paste. Making a mess again. I've got the juice of 2 lemons, and you really want to use nice fresh squeezed lemon if you can in this. It makes such a difference. So I've got 2 cups of lemon, or the juice of 2 lemons. I'm getting mixed up with my ingredients tonight. and you're going to add some extra virgin olive oil. Now with this, I'm going to add a little bit now, and then you add it, well, I'll add it after. You're going to add it as you need it, based on the consistency you want from the hummus. I'm going to add maybe a teaspoon of salt. Again, you can always add salt after, once it's been mixed. And then we're going to add our chickpeas. Of course, I may have overestimated the size of this, but that's okay. Actually, they're still a little warm. I probably should have let them cool a little more, but that's okay. Put this on. And then we're just going to get this going. Put it on. And we're going to let this run for a few minutes. All right? I got to hit the right button. And we're going to let that get nice and creamy. And I'm going to let that run for a minute. We'll be right back. All right, so you can see it's blending. It's a little thick. So now I'm going to start adding my olive oil. Probably going to add about a quarter cup to start. I'm going to add a little more than that. That's probably about a half a cup of olive oil. Now it's starting to blend a little better and come together a little better. So we're just going to keep letting this blend for another minute or so, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. All right, so we've been blending this maybe 5 minutes. I've added a total of about a cup of olive oil. And let's see.
Definitely more than a cup.
It was a cup of olive oil. It seems like more when you're pouring, but it was only about a cup. And again, you add it to the consistency that you want, all right?
Yeah. This
6 cups of beans, I added about a cup of olive oil. Yeah, definitely. So, I'm just going to taste a little. Do this the right way, get a spoon. Because you want to check now, does it have enough salt? Perfect. That is delicious. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to scoop out about half of this, because I'm going to make half plain or traditional, and the rest I'm going to make with the red peppers. Look at that, it's beautiful. Now, for our red peppers, I've peeled them. So we're going to take the tops off. And these Marconis that I've got here, they're thinner than a bell pepper, but you know, if I don't have these, I always just use a red bell pepper. And again, like I told you before, this red pepper one is really my family's favorite. And something about, and when you roast the red peppers, you know, again, it changes the flavor a little bit of that roasted flavor. And I just kind of chunk those up and put them right in. What I like to do is I usually keep some of the pepper out, so when I put it in the bowl, I can put little bits of pepper right in there. So I'm going to leave myself a little bit of the pepper. Most of the seeds off, and I'm not crazy if I get a few seeds in there. That's fine. I get most of them out. Put those right in there. Put our cover back on. Actually, I want to scrape down the sides a little bit. I don't lose any of that hummus. And this is a super healthy snack if you're looking for something healthy. We're going to put that back on for a couple minutes and let those peppers mix into the hummus. So now you can see, turn kind of a little pink color, pinkish orange. Now you've infused the flavor of the red peppers in there. Oh boy, that's okay. But now what we're going to do, we're going to get another bowl. Actually, what I'm going to do first, because traditionally, when you would serve this, You? I didn't shut the cabinet. I never shut the cabinet.
I don't get that.
Slob when I cook, I can't help it. And look at me making a mess here. So, if you were going into a restaurant, into a tapas bar or something, you know, you might get a little hummus in the plate, usually on an appetizer plate or something. Usually they will drizzle a little, and you want to use a good olive oil for this because you're not cooking and you want the flavor. They would always drizzle, if you ever see in the Israeli or Mediterranean restaurant, a little drizzle of olive oil on the top. And then with a nice piece of pita bread or something. Oh, hold on a second.
It's my lunch.
Gotta get my piece of pita bread. And sometimes it might be toasted or not, but you take your pita bread, you dip it right into your hummus. That is delicious. So easy to make, very inexpensive, and extremely healthy. And what I'll do after is I'll take my red pepper right before I serve it, and I'll just cut a little pieces, and I'll place that right in the center of the dish so that you've got this pretty display of your hummus, a little red pepper and your olive oil. My wife's trying to tell me something. I don't know what she's trying to tell me.
I'm asking to tilt it
Oh,
so I
tilt
can get
it.
a good shot of it.
Right, well, here, let's make it look pretty. Because on TV they always talk about the plating, how important that is. Look at that. Beautiful. And I did simmer these for 20 minutes out of the can. You don't have to, but it does make a difference in how creamy the hummus is. If you don't, it might be a little, I don't want to call it grainy, we'll call it rustic or something. But if you simmer these, it's going to be a lot creamier. So there you have it. A very simple recipe. Again, a family favorite. Easy to make. Great when you got company coming over and last minute you need an appetizer. Hummus. It's fantastic. So, I just want to say, I guess we now have 30 episodes, and I want to thank everybody involved out there. You know who you are, producing and editing and filming, everyone, and working on the internet and the Twitters and Facebook pages and all that stuff. Thank you so much. This is a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this. I hope you enjoy cooking and maybe making some of these recipes. If you do, I'd love to hear from you. To subscribe to the channel and click on the likes and leave a comment, maybe a picture of something you've made, how you adapted your recipes, whatever it is. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and until we see you next time, good night.